Now, you're like, okay, well, how do I get the design onto the shirt if I don't have a Cricut? I got you, boo. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we're gonna be talking about how you can start a t-shirt business without a Cricut machine. I have done a video in the past about starting a t-shirt business, but I got a lot of feedback like, Raven, Cricuts are expensive, or I don't want a Cricut. I don't want to learn how to do that. I just want to create t-shirts, get my vision on a shirt and start selling it, hoodies, all the good stuff. I need to know how to do that, you know, without having to learn how to work a Cricut or without having to pay for a Cricut. So I got you. There is a way. Where there is a will, there is a way. And I have a way. Anybody else like Shrek? I'm sorry. I have to drop Shrek references in literally daily life. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not actually sorry. But before we get into today's gems, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you are new here and this is your first time coming across my channel, or you've been to this place before and you're finally starting to realize the value, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and subscribe because you're not going to miss these gems I drop every week. And if you are not new here, thank you so much for rocking with your girl. Love you guys. Love you, love you, love you. We are still growing and glowing. We are doing this thing no matter what. We are going to reach 20,000 this year. I'm confident. Like, I feel it in my Holy Spirit, okay? I just feel like we're gonna hit 20K by the summer, and that's in like a month. So, you know, mustard seed faith, guys, mustard seed faith. So if you have not already seen my video, I posted it a while back, 10 things to do. I'll put it somewhere up there. 10 things to do before you start a business. That is where you want to start once you are ready to do this thing, because that is going to be like the logistical things. If you want a legitimate business, you want the LLC, you want the bank account, you want, you know, all of the good stuff about a real business, go check that video out, because we're not going to be talking about that stuff today. Today we're going to be talking about stuff specific to a t-shirt business. What do you need to run a t-shirt business? That's what we're going to be talking about. And I do have another video, I'll put it somewhere, like YouTubers say, I'll put it somewhere. And that video talks about what you need for a t-shirt business if you're going to use a Cricut machine, vinyl, and all that good stuff. I give away all of my sources, y'all. I'm not a gatekeeper here, okay? And today I'll give you some as well. So, what do you need? I don't mean to make this sound as easy as it is, because I know in your head you're trying to talk yourself out of it and you're trying to think of 1,000,005 ways on why you can't do this, but you can, okay? You can. This business does not require a whole lot. Now, it is a product-based business, and when you're starting a product-based business, you're gonna have to invest a little bit into supplies and merchandise and inventory up front. However, it is significantly less of a cost to do it when you're not using a Cricut machine, because for one, the Cricut costs a few $100s or a couple $100s, supplies for the Cricut, vinyl for the Cricut, match for the Cricut, all of that stuff. So we're cutting all of that out. Before you can actually produce the actual t-shirt, like the physical t-shirt, you're gonna have to come up with a design, okay? The first thing you need to do is figure out what's going on the t-shirt. Now let me stop you there. Don't come up with something that only you like. While you need to love it, while you definitely should have a passion for whatever it is you're about to put on a t-shirt, please don't come up with something that only you would wear. I notice a lot of apparel businesses fail because they put stuff on clothing that nobody wants, that people realistically don't wear. Like my apparel brand, Black Woman Can, I'll insert some pictures for reference. It's a very minimalistic brand. It's straight to the point, it has a meaning, a message, and it's a message that can be related to by a lot of people. Once you've got this design and you've come up with the final proof, this is what's gonna go on the shirt, now I can start to guide you, okay? Now, creating your design, you can either hire somebody to do it, or you can try and do it yourself through Canva, PicMonkey, BuzzArt. If you're creative, I design all my stuff through Procreate. You can use any of those options, or if you find another one to design it, you just want to be sure when you're creating a design that you are using commercial grade graphics, I guess. So that being your font. You cannot just go on Microsoft, or you cannot just go on anything and use the first font you see. You actually have to make sure that that font is legally okay to be used for profit. So I can tell you that Canva, for a fact, all of the fonts on there, they do allow you to use those fonts in something that you are going to sell. If you went and found a random font on DeFonto or any of those font websites, you have to make sure that they say for commercial use, because you are not the originator of that font. You did not create it. You did not come up with it. You did not sit there and sacrifice the hours to create that. So how dare you make a profit off of it? Sounds legit enough, right? You would also feel offended if somebody did that to you. Also, if you're going to be using any icons in your logo from any, from Google especially, or from any sites, make sure that they are also free for commercial use, because again, you do not want to be using somebody else's art in your logo and calling it your own, especially if you plan to trademark it, which you can't. Copyright it, you can't. You cannot legally put your name on somebody else's work. So it's either you design it yourself, or you pay a graphic designer who gives you the rights. They will design this stuff for you and give you the rights. They will give you permission to use it and do what you will with it, which you're likely paying them for. Or if you make it through Canva, Canva does allow you to use anything on their app except trademarking it, but they allow you to sell anything that they have in their platform on your products. Look through like their information, or you can design it all yourself. But be careful when you're designing things that if you're gonna put words on there, the font, be very careful with the font unless you handwrite it yourself. So after you have got your design all ready to go and you are ready to get it on a shirt, you have to start getting your supplies together, and your supplies would include a lot of stuff, but I will say don't be like me in the beginning and go overboard and just buy everything that the YouTubers tell you to buy, because myself as a business owner, I've learned that some of that stuff I did not need when I first started. Granted, I love it now, but it wasn't necessary, and you didn't have to go broke trying to start that business. So what you really need besides your design is the actual t-shirt and a heat press, okay? Now those two things are very, 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 very important. Aside from that, another necessity would be shipping supplies. So let's talk about the t-shirts and the heat press and then the shipping supplies. We're gonna do this very quickly, I promise. So the t-shirts, in my past video, I have mentioned the t-shirt brands that I like to use, the companies I like to shop with, and I will link that video in the description so you can go and find those other links very quickly. However, I still love, and to this day, from when I said it then and when I'm saying it now, my favorite t-shirt brand is Bella and Canvas. So I have here a Bella and Canvas t-shirt. This is one of my earth tone t-shirts from my collection, and the Bella and Canvas brand looks like this. So that brand is one of my favorites because the shirt is super stretchy, okay? This is my shirt. I don't really care if I stretch it out. It's not in inventory. It's super stretchy. Okay, when you wash it, it literally it fits perfectly. It doesn't shrink up all crazy. The material is very soft, very light, and it is not super heavy and cardboardy like Gildan. I will just say it. I don't like Gildan, okay? But you've got your t-shirt, and then you need your heat press. Now I will link the heat press that I use. It's from Amazon. It's not one of those super name brand heat presses because I don't believe you need all that. Mine was like roughly $200 and it gets the job done. Do not buy the easy press from Cricut. They cost a lot anyway. So if you're gonna spend the money for that, you might as well spend an extra $30 and get the industrial clamshell heat press that I use, or something similar, and make your life much more efficient. I will say the clamshell heat presses, they're just more efficient for business. They're very quick, consistent pressure, and you can bust out more shirts a lot faster than with that little oversized iron, okay? So you got your t-shirt, you got your heat press, and you got your design. Now, you're like, okay, well, how do I get the design onto the shirt if I don't have a Cricut? I got you, boo. You are gonna want to look into getting what are called screen print transfers, and they look like this. So that shirt I just showed you, the design that was on there are on screen prints. Now, even if you have a Cricut, I recommend to still, I won't say you need a Cricut, but I love my Cricut for so many things, and it is very, very, very versatile for so many things in life. Even when I run out of these and need to come up with a design ASAP and can't wait for these to get shipped. So these are screen print transfers. They're printed on like a piece of paper. And I don't know how the printer, whatever, does it. I think it's like a white ink toner. I don't know what it's called. Don't get me the line, child. But the way they print it, this here sinks right into the t-shirt when you press it with heat. And then it peels right off, leaves the design. It actually lasts probably a lot longer than the vinyl that you would cut with a Cricut, and they are just high quality and awesome. So I will link the website that I buy mine from, and then a backup website if for some reason you can't shop with that website, and they are my favorite. They're way faster than having to cut with a Cricut or even needing a Cricut. You don't need a Cricut at all to use screen print transfer. So I highly recommend these, and just ordering a whole bunch of your designs so that you are literally, it's just t-shirt, design, press. You're good. Okay, so as for shipping supplies, the only necessity for shipping supplies is something you need to ship the actual shirt in. And that would be a poly mailer bag. And she looks like this, okay? This is like a 10 by 13 poly mailer bag. And this can be used to literally just put the shirt in. Hold up. Okay, so you literally will take your bag, take your shirt, and drop it in there and seal it up. Slap on the shipping label, and it's ready to go, okay? Now, that is literally all you need, okay, to ship it. However, there are a couple other little things that I do just for the experience. Not necessary, but definitely convenient in some areas. So before I put this in that bag, there's a couple steps. So I would first tag the shirt with a fabric care card. Now, I made these on Canva, had them printed and shipped through Canva, and they're just the instructions on how to take care of your shirt, how to wash it, how to iron it, and all that stuff. And I got a tagging gun for Amazon for like $10 and attached this to the tag of the shirt. So now I've got my care tag. So, also, I include a thank you card. This is the front, this is the back. Also designed on Canva and shipped and printed through Canva. And I include that in the order, and I handwrite the customer's name on there. Now this, I do include some freebie stickers too, but that's just another part of my personal touch. Now this all goes into a clear cellophane bag, and I put this in here because in the event that something happens to my poly mailer bag, that pink bag, and it gets damaged or punctured or whatever, if the garment is in this bag, it is still secure, it is still safe from getting, you know, damaged, wet, or anything like that. So this bag then goes into this bag, and then I seal it up, slap the label on there, and then it's ready to ship. Now, one thing about labels, I do have a thermal label printer. If you want more efficient label making, you can look into that. But if you are, you know, not ready for all of that, you can most definitely print your labels on a regular printer at home, and you'll be fine, and just tape them to your bag. Label printers are just more efficient because they print so many labels very quickly. It does not use any ink, and the labels are really cheap, and they're already sticky. You just slap them on the bag. You don't have to tape it and do all that extra stuff. So to wrap all this up, what do you need to start a t-shirt business? You need to come up with a design that is copyright free and it does not infringe on anybody. It's a design that you have permission to sell. You need to get your supplies, which will include your t-shirts, your heat press, and your poly mailer bags so that you can ship them. How do you get your design? You order a screen print transfer, okay? And you take that screen print transfer, you put it on the shirt, you apply the heat, you put it in the bag, and you ship it, okay? It's that easy. I promise you, it can be that simple to start a business. Like you saw the little extra things that I do, along the way you start learning to do personal touches here and there. You start to learn how you like things. You start to learn, like, you know, the quality you want your business, your products, your experience. Everything that goes in my packaging is an experience for the customer. Getting free stickers, seeing their name written out like that, you know, having the care tag telling them how exactly to take care of this garment. It all just kind of adds up to the customer experience. So that's up to you what personal touches that you want to add, and you got this. It's really not that hard. I won't say that it's easy because I will be discrediting myself and all the other business owners out there. However, it is definitely doable, especially when you don't have much to work with in the beginning and if you don't want to Cricut. So hope this video made sense. Let me know if I left anything out. If you have questions with anything, if you're struggling with anything. I'm talking fast because I'm giving a lot of information. And if you didn't subscribe, go ahead and do it, because I'm tired of having to tell y'all to do this. You know you want to be here. Hey, I'll see you on the next video. Bye.